The Bono Region produces about 50% of Ghana's poultry products, with over 5,000 poultry farmers in the business. There's also an estimated 2,000 egg sellers in the supply chain. Before Ghana recorded its first COVID-19 case in March this year, the egg business was flourishing with minimal challenges. The egg sellers usually supply their customers in Accra, Kumasi, and other cities nationwide, but they were severely hit during the 3-week partial lockdown as their movements were limited. Despite the lifting of the partial lockdown, business has not picked up fully, as the existing ban on public gatherings and the closure of schools is still taking a toll on them. This is because some of the schools, particularly the public senior high schools, purchase a lot of eggs which serve as protein for the meals often prepared for boarding students. Even at the lower primary level in the public sector, the Ghana School Feeding Program relies heavily on eggs in their meals. With all these schools closed and most hotels and restaurants not operating fully, demand for eggs has reduced. When Citi Business News visited most of the egg stalls located at the Tra Bus Terminal in Sunyani, they had all been locked up. Some egg sellers spoke to Citi Business News.
At first, things were moving in a good manner, but since COVID-19 started and when the lockdown came, things aren't good at all. Mostly, we have to throw some of the eggs away. And let's take it for instance, we take about 3,000 crates from a farmer. Like now, because of COVID-19, if you want to take, let's say, 1,000, how would the farmer send the 2,000 crates? And you have to find means to sell the eggs. A lot of damages, always throwing it out, and most people are not taking the eggs. Due to, like, some of them will take the eggs. When the lockdown came, you are not receiving money. So you have to take the eggs on your own and send it out and sell it.
So before the COVID, roughly a week, how many crates?
About 3,000 crates. But now, like, even if you have 1,000 crates, it's not, you have to give it on credit so that the person will be paying it bit by bit. And if bit by bit, you didn't get money to settle the farmer. So seriously speaking, we the egg sellers are suffering a lot.
So the nyebipa amwaya kura sansa yade na enyamaye no yekohia yekofa baaya na asa eni week kura ebesa nanso yade baaya no ukofa kohia ne baaya nto eguasa na epro kohia nso de elastin che edi be week kwa na heat no nso wom no ebesei nti amayade ne de baaya de dinsunso bone abrɛ ye pa ne manka na meboa edinsunso bone abrɛ ye pa besei adwuma no kra nti tese kra yentimi nkofa ne ma no hwe me create egu hoyi nka we nyina me de fa ne ma enso because of yare ni nti no me kofa ba me nya nipa ma ye nto customers no omo meto etu fa begu a ne nyina ebe pro nti ama ye nkofa nti fa kakra bi na oton no one day a ne ya toto shops nim ne ye ko
hwa kosia ne guai a school for no ho na kosia no ko ene ye kofa kosia no ba egu abi a 2 weeks ansa kakra omo ade komam no o ka menye we mi kan nti se de e de how kase pa abre kosia na nkasa no edi 40 days ansa na say nti se farmer ho edi na awotwe na se mi so mi ha ebedi 2 weeks ese se nipa kro no ho ekọ so ese 3 weeks ekọ ayesa se mi edi mi nchen ha se There's 3 weeks, and
poultry farmers who supply the eggs to the sellers have not been spared either. Some of them have either halted total production or have reduced it because after production they do not get as many people to buy eggs and the broilers. Johnson Ebua, the owner of Jamboree Farms, located at Wachima in the Sunyani municipality, spoke to Citi Business News about the impact of COVID-19 situation on his colleagues.
Patronage is very low. So indeed, if you are a poultry farmer around this time, you must do a lot of calculations and understand that if you keep your bets till a certain period of time, what will happen to you? It's very obvious that a lot of farmers, when the disease outbreak started around March, decided to lay off or dispose of their bets, even though they have not gotten the stage of being spent layers. because there were this fear and panic about how to get feed for the birds. It would interest you to know that some of our suppliers called us initially when the whole thing started that we should bring their monies to them, that is, we should effect payments, because factories elsewhere are closing down. And for that matter, they have to struggle to get some supply or stock for us. So this pressure resulted most of our farmers selling or disposing of their birds, even though they were not near spent layers. So indeed, production has gone down seriously.
Seyeboa, who is also the vice chairman of the Sunyani Municipal Poultry Farmers Association, wants government to support players in the industry to sustain their operations, particularly after COVID.
Doing business in Ghana, that is the private aspect, has become something like a crime. I am saying this because one has to struggle so much to get some of these support from the banks and elsewhere. And you know, we cannot do it on our own. Everybody needs support.
For Citi News, Michael Saponin from Sunyani.